Well, here we go again, folks, sliding further down the slippery slope to dystopia, courtesy of Starmer's government. This time they've outdone themselves. The Home Office, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided to assemble an elite police squad. Yes, you heard that right. Elite to monitor social media for what they're calling anti-migrant sentiment, because apparently in 2025 Britain, your tweets and posts are more dangerous than the actual chaos on the streets. Welcome to the land of the free, where thinking the wrong thing gets you a knock on the door from the thought police. Or, well, you called it, mate. So let's break this down, shall we? The Home Office, under the watchful eye of our glorious Labour overlords, has decided that the real threat to the nation isn't, say, unchecked crime, or the fact that some towns are starting to look like war zones. Oh no. The real danger is you. Yes, you and me, sitting at home, tapping out a post on X about how maybe, just maybe, the government's immigration policies aren't exactly working out. That's the kind of potential unrest they're worried about. Not the actual unrest, though. Oh, heavens no. But the potential unrest caused by your pesky opinions. So what's the plan? They're putting together a crack team of detectives. Crack team of detectives. Handpicked, no doubt, for their ability to scroll through X with a magnifying glass to sniff out anything that smells remotely like anti-migrant sentiment. What does that even mean? Nobody knows, do they? It's deliberately vague, isn't it? That way, they can arrest you for saying you don't fancy living next door to an asylum hotel, or for pointing out that the streets aren't as safe as they used to be. Free speech? Oh, that's so last century now, isn't it? It's all about keeping your mouth shut unless you're singing the government's tune. And let's not kid ourselves. This isn't about public safety. This is about control. This is about silencing dissent before it even starts. The Home Office is terrified, not of riots, but of people noticing what's going on. Protests outside asylum hotels in places like Norwich, Leeds and Bournemouth. Crowds demanding the government actually do something about immigration. That's not unrest. That's the public saying, we've had enough. But instead of addressing those concerns, what does the government do? They set up a surveillance squad to police your keyboard, because nothing screams democracy like monitoring what people say online. Now, let's talk about the hypocrisy for a second. These are the same people who lecture the world about human rights, who bang on about freedom and fairness. Yet here they are, creating what's essentially a ministry of truth, straight out of 1984. And they've got form for this, mind you. Remember the COVID disinformation unit? Secretly spying on people's posts, flagging anything that didn't fit the narrative. Or how about Essex police turning up to a journalist's house over a year-old tweet? This is what they do, bully ordinary people while the real problems fester. And the critics aren't wrong to call this disturbing. Chris Phillip, Shadow Home Secretary, nailed it. Two-tier care can't police the streets, so he's trying to police opinions instead, he said. Nigel Farage called it the beginning of the states controlling free speech. Even Big Brother Watch, aptly named, says this smells like those creepy COVID-era units that tried to shut down lawful opinions. But does the Home Office care? Of course not. They're too busy building their shiny new surveillance state where you're guilty until proven woke. And here's the thing, they're not even pretending to fix the actual problems. Asylum hotels filling up, protests spreading, and what's the response? Not more border control, not tougher policing of actual crime, but a fancy new unit to make sure you don't say anything naughty online. Meanwhile, the public's concerns, real concerns mind you, about safety, about resources, about communities, are dismissed as anti-migrant sentiment. How dare you care about your own country? How dare you notice the mess? Get back in line, or the elite squad will be around to have a word. So what do? Well, we keep talking, don't we? We keep posting, we keep calling out this nonsense for what it is, a blatant attack on free speech dressed up as public safety. If they want to monitor us, let's give them something to read. Let's flood X with the truth, calmly, clearly, and without apology, because the moment we stop speaking, they've won. And I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to live in a country where my thoughts are a crime. So there we go, I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and I'll say what I like, elite police squad or not. Stay free, stay loud, and don't let the bureaucrats turn Britain into a prison for your mind. And I'll see you at the next video. Roger Trout.